Shout out to StreamYard. Y'all, shout out to StreamYard. I have got to shout out my streaming app, the streaming app that I use so that I'm able to go live on Facebook and my Facebook page and YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. So shout out to StreamYard. If y'all stream, y'all need to get this app. I don't often talk about them, but if you go to it's in the descriptions for any of my on any of my platforms, but y'all StreamYard. I, I I'm here for y'all. Okay. So y'all check that out if you stream. All it do it, let's get to it. Great morning, great morning, great morning, great people. How are y'all feeling this morning? Happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for the follow, dearest one. I appreciate you, y'all. I got so much to told y'all. Good morning, Stay Nor. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can see better with these spectacles this morning. So it didn't make that much of a difference. I be trying to, because it be making lines up under my eyes. Okay, I'm back. Wait a minute. Them things dirty, baby. We can't even much see out them, could it? Good morning, LaShawn. Good morning, honey Wani. Me. What's happening? What a dooski booski. Great morning. Great morning, Russ. How you feeling, dearest one? I heard you. Hold on. Let me get my life in order. Hey, Shell. What's good? What a dooski. Y'all come in. Like the live, share the live, share the love. Drop something in the chat that you're grateful for. I got so much to tell y'all this morning. Yeah, because I don't know where that's at either. These paper towels just gonna have to do, child. They were soft though. They not gonna scratch them up, so I ain't really worried about it. Let me see if I can see some stuff this morning. Great morning, message, receive it. Good morning. Good morning. I'm grateful for God providing for me because He definitely showed out. Congratulations to you, dearest one. He is in the season, ain't it? He is in the show out season. I do feel I couldn't. That didn't help. That didn't really help me. He is in the show out season, ain't he? Jay Causey in the building. Great morning. Grateful for new beginnings because the Lord said it is time indeed and amen. And He meant that in Him spirituals. Okay. We do have a new moon that is happening tomorrow. New moon in Libra. You'll have to look and see where Libra's at in your birth chart. But I just tell you what, I know for me, it's the house of the entrepreneur, fifth house energy if you're a Gemini rising, right? Definitely some new beginnings. The Lord was talking about that just a little bit this morning. Some things for some of y'all are coming full circle. I don't know. I think I'm doing a message. Well, that's what the Lord said. Y'all had said we put it on the calendar for what? Friday. Yeah, so we're gonna be talking about some full circle moments on. We might should just wait, huh? I might have to do full circle for 10, 11. I'm gonna do that. We're going to talk about some full circle moments on 10, 11, 2024 because, yes, it's some full circle moments that's happening right now. I do believe that. Shell says, I'm grateful for being in my right mind. Indeed and amen. Ain't it a blessing? Ain't nothing like a little sanity and clarity, right? Grateful for my spouse, life, and our little family and all the ways God is working on me through them. Indeed and amen. Ain't nothing like it. Y'all, I just feel like God is doing something great and amazing. I feel like there are a lot of changes that are happening. I feel like there are a lot of new avenues that are opening up for some of us. I got a lot. We've been to do coffee and community. Y'all got y'all favorite adult beverage. I hope y'all been journaling. People think you can think it's a game if you want to, but I tell you, them little 15 minutes will change your life. If you just say, let Lord, I'm gonna give you these 15 minutes a day, and hopefully you do it at nighttime too. But you give the Lord them 15 minutes, and you watch how the Lord will just start doing some miraculous stuff. I'm finna told y'all about it this morning, Tink, in coffee and community. Only do it. Let's get to it. Of course, we got scripture for this morning. Happy October! It is a brand new month. Okay, we are in today. It is today the first, ain't it? Let me make sure. Yes, October 1. We're in a brand new month, and I do feel like it's some great and amazing things that are opening up for us. Y'all like the live, share the live, share the love. Let's talk about this. Ready? Drop this in the chat. He knows. I know. Well, I know that's not how the song go, but he knows. Drop that in the chat. He knows. When I tell you, okay, so, and then I'm going to tell y'all how the Lord had put this on the schedule and stuff. He knows. Okay. So, the other day we had a message about lane, like what was it talking about? The fast lane. So, y'all, Padre God is out here Padre Godding. Can I just say that? Today makes 5 months. My mom been gone. Sending so much love, light, and healing energy. Hey, mom. And so, he knows. He knows, y'all. I need. Okay, I cannot explain the importantness of. He knows exactly what we need. Tracy said her mama's been gone for 5 months. He knows that she needs comfort, right? He knows that that was probably a difficult time for you, that you were going through a challenge. It's a challenge when you lose a parent. It's a challenge when you lose anybody, right? So, in the vein of he knows, even though that's not quite where we're going, we're sending you that love because the Lord knows that you need comfort. He knows that you're still dealing with that. He knows that you're still trying to figure out um you're still processing feelings and emotions from that, right? He knows. So, in the vein of he knows, right? So, it's so much we got to talk about. Let's start here. Let's start with the scripture, and then we gonna start with the messages. We gonna do some coffee and community, okay? So, the scripture that he gave me for this was Isaiah. We going back to the book of Isaiah. Y'all know we were heavy in Isaiah last week. Isaiah 43:2. Isaiah 43:2. When you go through deep waters, I will be with you. Can we just drop that in the chat? He's with me. He's with me. I don't care where you are, what you're going through, what you're dealing with. He is with you. When you go through deep waters, I will be with you. When you go through rivers of difficulty, you will not drown. When you walk through the fire of oppression, you will not be burned up. The flames will not consume you. For I am the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, your Savior. Anybody, look, anybody feel like, has anybody been saved? And I don't mean, yes, we want you to, I'm not talking about give your life to the Lord. I'm talking about just the Lord and saved you from something. So as the Lord put this on the schedule, and he was talking, I originally called this switching lanes, right? Because we talked about the fast lane the other day, and I originally was going to call this switching lanes. Why? Because God is my lane. God is the only lane that I'm in. Like, I ain't got no other lane. It's either whether we in the fast lane or the slow lane, God is the lane that I'm in, and I'm going to follow where he is driving. He got a driver's license, and it'll never expire. Come on, never expire. God has a driver's license, and I'm gonna let the Lord drive, because I promise y'all, letting the Lord drive, I feel like I'm just being chauffeured around at this point. Like, I can't even, I can't even make this up, y'all. I feel like I'm being chauffeured. I feel like God is just like, sit back, relax, chill, and let me drive. So I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm gonna just see where you taking me. And he knows where we're going. So let's talk about this. So, first things first, y'all know I didn't go live yesterday. Why? Because I had the experience of going to the J Hud show yesterday. Uno momento. Hold on. But I got to tell y'all. I got to tell y'all what happened. So first of all, because who was in the crowd crunk? But what you say? You say you say I got a free t-shirt when I went to the J Hud show. Shout out J Hud. I'm finna tell y'all about this experience, right? So this me. First of all, y'all know I went in there full rainbow bright. Okay. I went in there looking like rainbow bright, like I do, right? And so I ended up getting a free t-shirt. Now, let me just tell y'all some things. Shout out J Hood. Let me just tell y'all how, because I didn't even tell TU yesterday. I was really very tired yesterday because we were there the whole day. And so I did end up getting a free Jennifer at J Hood t-shirt, right? Y'all, first of all, they put me in the front row in the end seat. So y'all need to make sure that y'all watch J Hud Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay, today, tomorrow, and Thursday, because you will definitely see me and many of us in the crowd. It was an amazing experience. So good. Now let me just tell y'all what else. So first of all, yes, I did have the opportunity to speak with Jay Hud. Now, here's the thing. Y'all know that I made a palette and I couldn't show it to y'all because this is the thing. They were like, yeah, it's a different show today. So I didn't know if I could take the palette in there, right? Come to find out, I could have taken the palette in there because the way they had it in the email was like it was kind of strict rules. Who going back to J Hud on Friday to go make sure I deliver her this palette? Who got tickets to go back on Friday? Yeah, I'll be back on Friday. Why? Because God is driving. So even though I was like, man, I wasn't able to take it in there this yesterday, but I was able, y'all. I was so in my element. I was in the front row. I did speak to Jay Hud. I'm going back on Friday. Y'all. So this the thing. I said she ended up coming over there and I told her, I was like, I made you an eyeshadow palette, but I didn't know if I could bring it in. And she was like, well, she was like, well, come back. She was like, you come back. She was like, come back and you can bring it then. You say what, Jay Hud? I'm in the building. So I'm going back on Friday, y'all. It was such an amazing experience. She is such an amazing person. It was a beautiful show, y'all. So I hope that y'all watch it, y'all record it. It's gonna be on Fox. These episodes are airing this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and y'all will see me. I have them like a little rainbow bright, little like I had on my rainbow bright head wrap and everything, y'all. It was, and I got there, met some amazing people while I was there as well, y'all. So I'm going back Friday. But not only am I going back Friday, I said, well, because at first I was just gonna go back home, right? I was gonna go back home and be like, okay, well, it is what it is. And the Lord said, how about you stay the week? I say, what, Lord? So my weekend in LA has turned into a week in LA. And so not only am I going back to J Hud on Friday, because that ticket is already confirmed. This morning I said, well, let me see what else is available for me to see if there's anything else I can go and just experience while I'm here. Mind y'all, that's how the full circle moment came up, right? Mind y'all, I have spent from October 11th, 2023 until Juneteenth, 2024, I was here in LA. Good morning, Cherie. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. Oh my God, I got to tell this story. The only thing that I did, y'all, while I was here in LA for those first 8 months was go and see Tabitha Brown back in February. And remember, I told y'all, come on, God. Oh, look, I got to chill. Remember, I told y'all that I felt like I had missed an opportunity. Come on, God. And I had beat myself up about it because I was like, I felt like I had missed this opportunity to go see this taping of a sitcom. It was a sitcom, right? And Tab was there and I missed it. And I was like, and I beat myself up for it because I was just like, man, like I can't believe I missed out on this. And I say, well, Lord, if it's for me, then you'll bring it back around. So what has happened? So now he makes a way for me to go to the J Hud show yesterday. And it's like the opportunity, not only did he give me that opportunity, which he's given me again, there are also other opportunities that I'm trying to experience this week while I'm here in LA. And so I just had a moment, y'all, where I was just like, man, God, like we think we say it, but it's like the Lord be like, I got something better for you for real. And I'm in the show yesterday and I'm just like, my eyes are just, the energy was great. It was everything that I want my dream to be. Right. And so I had the most amazing time. So yes, I'm still going to go live on Friday because the next one that I'm going to is in the evening. And so I just was like, man, Lord, like if you really just let the Lord drive, he will take you some places. He will do some things. And you just be like, I'm looking around and I told God this morning, and recorded a video and was just like, man, I thought I had missed out on an opportunity, but the Lord came through and said, hold on, I got something better. I tell TU this, and I've said this before, when especially JTA, when you ask God for something, always ask for something better. The razzle dazzle, right? You always want to put the razzle dazzle on it or something better. When you set an intention, you always want to say or something better, because that leaves room for God to bring in more than what you're asking for. And it works, y'all. I kid you not, I'd be like, well, Lord, this is what I want, or something better, because that leaves so much room for God to just bring in something even more amazing than what I ever could have experienced or could have thought of myself. And so this week while I'm in LA, come on 7-Eleven. This week while I'm in LA, I'm going to try to go and not just experience just the J Hud show, but also message. Like, I looked on the website and I was like, okay, let me see if I can go here. Okay, let me see if I can go here, and just kind of experience some different things in alignment with my goals and my dreams and the things that I want to experience. And I laughed because I said, it's so crazy, y'all. I didn't do none of this stuff the 8 months that I was in LA the first time. All I did was literally sit. I went live. I did this. I went live. I created Oracle decks. Point two, next thing, let me tell y'all. I have a new Oracle deck that is coming out. I'm actually going to launch this on 10/10. Again, full circle moments, right? When I got to LA on Saturday, I was sitting and watching the planes, and I just kind of had a moment. I was just sitting there and just telling the Lord, like, man, I'm kind of back in my element again. And I was like, being able to really experience and just, I that's something y'all know I love to do. I love to watch the planes. So I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, I just heard the Lord say, it's time for the next Oracle deck. I was, okay, Lord. Okay. And so my next Oracle deck, which is deck 10, it is my 10th Oracle deck. So I said, let me release it on 10/10. It is called Preparation for the Promise. Preparation for the Promise. We have a word in the wilderness. But remember last week we talked about, I told y'all, I said, man, y'all, I finally feel like I'm walking in my promise. And so I was like, I finally feel like I finally feel like I'm coming out of my wilderness season. And so the Lord just hit me with inspiration. He was like, yeah, it's time to go ahead and put out deck 10. So that will be available on my website on 10/10. Um, I already have the design, and I've already started working on them. I already know what all the cards are. It's going to include angel numbers. It includes scriptures, and it also includes keywords, just like, or clarity words, like all of my decks do. So it's kind of a combination of everything. It's gonna be, right now it's about 80 cards, but there may be more than that. So just stay tuned. But that happened when I got to LA as well. So my new Oracle deck will be out on 10/10. Preparation for the Promise. And so y'all make sure y'all do that. Y'all make sure that y'all get the J Hud Eye Pop eyeshadow palette as well. That is available on my website. And then last thing before we hop into the message, because I'm telling y'all, God is driving, right? God is driving this train. He's driving this ship. He is moving things forward, and it's like lightning speed. It's like I tripped out because I'm like, Daddy, all of this kind of happened on this return trip to LA, because I've been gone from here like 3 months. And so on the return, it was like, boom, stuff just started happening and opening up. And remember, again, y'all, I tell you, if you just let the Lord drive and be like, okay, where are you taking me, Lord? He'll just start creating those pathways in the wilderness. He'll start just doing stuff. And you be like, how did this even happen? Where did this even come from? And so I feel like that's what's happening in a lot of your lives as well, because this is not just my life, especially if you have committed. And I pop word of the week, determined. If you are determined to see change in your life. Shout out to Cherie, who is checking in on the YT side of the street. She is the one who gave us our iPop wow this morning, our word of the week. And so, determined. What are you determined to accomplish? What is, she said determined, not determination. What are you determined to change, see happen, experience? Like, what does the word determined mean for you? Good morning, Pamela. Good morning. So, y'all, it's been a week, and I feel like, or it's been a weekend, because it's really only been the weekend for real. So that is our iPop word of the week. Like, what are you determined? What are you determined to see, do, be, or have? Come on, see, do, be, or have in your own life. Um, Only you'll know that. Only you know what you is praying for in what the secret place. So telling y'all whatever you're going through, it don't matter how deep the water gets, it don't matter how difficult, how challenging. I'm told you right now, the Lord, Padre God is out here, Padre God, and he keep on just saying, if you just trust me and know that I'm with you, then you're gonna be all right with whatever you're going through. It doesn't matter. And people be like, but this is so hard. I know. I had true story, y'all. I had a moment where I be laughing at stuff because people just really don't even know. And let's get the message, y'all, and see what else we're gonna talk about. Like, share, love. It'd be amazing. Now I got to talk about this because I don't know. And come on, 717. That number, that the star energy's been chasing me. It has been chasing me. And so, yeah, that little fella, nah, he a plant. He ain't even a real, cause this the thing. Let me just tell somebody which part can I say? Well, I don't care. I'm gonna say what I'm saying. I just tell you, when you be observant, you just be paying attention to stuff, and the stuff that people don't think you pay attention to, you actually pay attention to. And so you just file it away. Some of y'all, it's like a file system. They said, like, just observe, pay attention, and you gonna get the understanding that you need. Okay, so stuff that most people probably wouldn't pay attention to, I be paying attention to. It's like if I see it, it's like how this the thing. I don't believe in coincidence, right? And so when I see something and then see it again, and it's like of all the times or all the places or all the ways that they could have happened, this just so happened to just be like, yeah, okay. I be paying attention like that because I be keeping my head on the swivel. Okay, I be keeping my head on the swivel. So anyway, we finna use the ClariTEA is real today. Yeah, child, that need to be a whole card, don't it? Head on the swivel. What day I'm gonna put it in this new deck? I wasn't even gonna. I will though. Keep your head on the swivel, because there's some stuff that it ain't even no way that it because, well, y'all know we don't believe in coincidence. Oh, let's do it. Let's get to it. Great morning, y'all. Let's see what's happening. We gonna let the Lord drive. We gonna see. We gonna go with the flow. Come on, divine intervention. Y'all know this card comes out on the cut every time we use this. Destiny helpers, benefactors, alignment at the crossroads. We'll keep it just because y'all said something, but y'all know that card comes out every time. Okay. Great morning. Let's see what's happening, y'all. Let's see what the message is. This is the first message for the week. We getting ready to tap in with, come on, Matthew 6 and 33 wanted to show up on the cut as well. Let me shuffle these a couple times. Y'all, I just can't make it up. The things that are just happening and transpiring. I felt like it was crazy, y'all. I felt I wasn't quite prepared, and I don't beat myself up about that. Which part? About the free part? For whoever needs this part of the message. So check this out, right? One of the things the Lord was talking to me about this morning as I was recording the video for this morning, um, how do you know when it's God doing what God is doing? I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. Every opportunity, come on, visions of the future, every opportunity that has shown up for me thus far, come on, visionary. I kid you not, it has been free. Now, I believe in investing in yourself, right? But I told the Lord, and this is why my gratitude is set up so different, y'all, because everything, and I need some, this is why if you just let God drive, he'll continue to show you that God don't care nothing about how much money is in your bank account. Can we just say he knows? God knows. Drop that in the chat. He knows. God knows what's in your bank account. He knows what your resources look like. He knows what your situation is. He knows. And so this morning I told the Lord, I said, it's so crazy because, and we gonna say this a couple times, because the thing is, this why the Lord be like, I already know what you got going on. The Lord, y'all, do you realize, come on, God, do you realize that the things that the Lord is allowing me to experience have not cost me money? Do you realize that the things that the once again that the Lord is doing in my life, they haven't cost me anything, y'all? Other than, like, okay, well, I take that back because I'm not gonna say it don't cost something. Like, I pay for Canva in order to help me to create the cards, the oracle cards. So I do pay for Canva because that's a tool that I need. God knows that I need that. So what does he do? He provides the resources to make sure that I have what I need in order to do his work, the assignment that he's given me to do. God knows how much gas I have. He knows how much, he knows the resources I have. Because I'm like, okay, Lord, I got a couple of dollars. I got enough to get me to hit me. I was like, I got enough to get me to LA and back. And now the Lord's like, you're not leaving LA just yet. Okay, Lord, well, I got to eat this week. Okay, he knows. He knows exactly where he sent you. He knows exactly what you need while you're there. He knows. And so I told the Lord this morning, I said, it's so crazy because every opportunity that the Lord has provided me, y'all, I haven't paid for. I haven't paid for it. It's been like, I went to the J Hud show yesterday. I didn't pay for that ticket. That was a free ticket. The I can't say, and I don't believe that everything will be free. But what I do believe is that when the Lord wants you to when he wants you to be somewhere, he is going to make sure that you get there. He's going to make sure that that you have everything you need. He knows that you're going through financial difficulties. He knows that you're going through dealing with emotions and processing things. He knows. I was just like, Lord, I just kind of sat this morning and I was getting ready and I was just like, man, it's just so crazy because everything that for the vision that the Lord has given me, the visions of my future, of your future, if he gave it to you, then that means he's going to provide everything that you need in order to make your vision come into fruition. He didn't give it to you for nothing, right? I believe things happen for a reason. We are definitely on a path. Y'all, this says create a vision board, visualization technique, spiritual site, and scripting. The Lord, if the Lord has given you something, and remember, we Habakkuk 2, 2, and 3, it may come up in the deck, we don't know, but you start writing some stuff down that you want to see that happen in your life and watch how the Lord, and you start believing. And so why do most people, like I tell y'all all the time, most people don't want to talk about their visions or the things that the Lord has shown them, but the Lord is not giving me a choice. Why? Because I have to keep getting up here telling people like, yo, God is really trying to make this vision, whatever vision he's giving you, he just wants you to know that it is going to come to pass. Is it going to come to pass immediately? No, it is not. Y'all realize that if I didn't know for the 8 months that I spent in LA that I could have been going and experiencing, but it wasn't time, divine timing. Because I said that to myself yesterday. I said, man, when I pulled up, I was like, it's so many things that I'm getting ready to do this week in LA. I spent 8 months in LA and I didn't do. I didn't do any of these things. I didn't go anywhere. I wasn't exploring nothing. I was just sitting, spending time with the Lord. And the Lord said, because it wasn't time yet. It wasn't time for you to go and experience those things yet. What did he do the first time I was in LA? He grew me. He elevated me. I spent more time with him. He put me in the environment so much so that as I'm driving around LA, y'all, I know my way around. Remember, I was doing Uber Eats here and there were different places that I would go and sit and be posted up for the day. So when I got to LA, it's like here I am driving around and not even really needing help, not really even using my GPS. Side note, let me tell you how the enemy be busy. If you got Verizon, shout out Verizon. Y'all realize, let me tell y'all this. Do you know I've only been to Burbank one time? Message. I've only been to Burbank one time. The whole time I was in LA, I only went over there one time. So yesterday I went to the gym, went to yesterday morning, went to the gym. I was like, okay, I'm gonna just go try to get a little closer to where I have to go because I didn't know where I was going. GPS over there. Okay, cool. Y'all, I'm literally sitting, putting my face on. Come on, higher self 726. I literally sit there, I'm putting my face on, and I had some meditation music playing, and it just stopped. But I ain't think nothing about it. And so, because sometimes, the YT side of the street be glitching. So I was just like, well, it's whatever. Y'all, I pick up my phone. Why Verizon didn't have no service yesterday? I say, what? So I'm in a place. Come on, God. I'm in a place and I don't know where I'm at. I ain't got access to maps. So I don't really know how to get to where I'm trying to go. I'm thinking it's just me. So I'm cutting my phone off and cutting it back on and cutting it off and cutting it back on. And I'm like, surely I'm over here. I saw the ABC. I was literally parked where I could see the ABC tower. I was like, ain't no way there's a shortage over here because what? I know, because y'all know I had got mad in my spirituals. I was like, it ain't no way that there's a shortage over here. And I'm seeing people walking by and they on their cell phone. I'm like, what is going on? And all my phone said was SOS. SOS. Here go me, daddy, help. Daddy, how I'm supposed to get to the place? I don't know where I'm going. I was like, OMG. I was like, they talking about SOS. Hell, I need the SOS. Okay, I'm back. And so I was like, daddy, help. So literally, y'all, I had to pull in the park. I pulled in the gas station and I was like, okay, I know I wasn't that far from where I was supposed to go. And I said, I'm just going to go and try to find it. And so sure enough, I ended up was like, you know what? Because I knew the address because I had already mapped it. I knew the address and I said, I'm just going to do my best to go and find it. And sure enough, y'all, I found it. But I ended up having to pay. I went because I knew the gate that I needed to go to, but I had to drive like, I promise it felt like 10 miles because I rode past it and I was like, okay, boom, that's where I'm going. I rode past it and had to turn around, but I had to go so many miles out the way in order to just make a U-turn. It wasn't like because it was over there by, I've never been to Universal Studios. It was just a hope. And I was just like, you know what? I said, of all the days for me to lose my cell phone service, why today? But I said, but I didn't get upset. I was like, I didn't get out of character. I was just like, well, okay, we just gonna figure it out. And sure enough, I did. And so I was able to get right back to the same place where I was parked and able to sit there until it was time for me to actually go in for the show. And so I said, and it comes back to just letting the Lord drive, y'all. If the Lord, I was like, well, maybe it'll come because we couldn't take our phones in anyway. So I was like, well, I ain't gonna need my phone. I had to leave it in the car. But I just was like, I'm not gonna let this deter me from or let me like try to make this mess up my day. What you're not gonna do is mess up my day. And so I just figured it out. And sure enough, I was able to do that. But why? Because I just sat and I said, okay, Lord, help. Because I don't help. Like what? And he was like, okay. And I just let him drive. And I just let him drive. So if the Lord has given you a vision, y'all, it's simply by just it's like allowing those things to come in. And I can't stress enough that the Lord will just make it happen. And it's going to almost seem miraculous. It's going to, for some of you, this may be things that are free, whereas you may have thought you were going to have to buy your way in or pay for all of these things. And I just feel like everything that the Lord is doing, y'all, I can't make it up on the cut. I can't make this up, y'all. SOS. Okay. But when, but whenever they were in trouble and turned to the Lord, the God of Israel, and sought him out, they found him. Second Chronicles 15:4. I cannot make this up, y'all. I cannot. There's always a reason why they tell me to choose a very specific deck. Y'all know this with Spirit and them already. You can't make it up. Okay. This was literally my phone the whole day yesterday morning. It was back on by the time I got back in my car. But then I just tell y'all about this SOS. I can't make this up, y'all. And up under that is just call me blessed. Why? Because I know who's working in my life. I know if it ain't me, it's God. Because I don't be doing nothing, y'all. Like I let I don't be doing nothing. And sometimes it's hard. We be talking about, come on, God, this is why I love the Lord. Sometimes it be hard for us to just sit and let the Lord just do what the Lord is going to do. But I'm telling you, those blessings will come unexpectedly, and you really ain't going to have to do a whole lot. Spiritual gifts, my sheep know my voice, creating abundance, hearing from God. All I could do was trust and depend on the Lord to get me where He needed me to go. And He did. And that's the say, where let the Lord drive. Right now, this me on in God's lane. Remember, I said that I almost called this switching lanes. I'm just letting the Lord drive. I'm just letting, okay, Lord, where's the road you taking me? I'm not taking no more detours, because the detours have taken me into places and spaces that I didn't want to be. And everything that the Lord has done in my life by me allowing Him to drive, it comes easy. It's just like things just come in, where it's just like you just be like, this it can't it's y'all, it be so easy till it just don't even make sense how easy it is. What else? I'm telling you, like I don't know. I can't make people understand that. I just be like, okay, Lord, I just follow what He says. I just follow what instructions He gives me. I just believe in the things that He's telling me. Like, okay, Lord, you told me, how long ago was this? This was years ago, y'all. Probably, man, 4 years ago. This must have been in 2019. Yeah, 2019, when the Lord started really giving me a vision for where He was taking me. But even then, I had no idea what I was really going to be doing. Even then, I didn't have any idea of exactly how the Lord was going to be using me, because at that time, like I said, I wasn't even doing things the same way that I'm doing things now. But I'm telling you, somebody got something opening up that is just like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain this to you. For whoever this is, you're calling out for help, and there's divine intervention that's coming. I don't know who. I don't know what you're praying for. I don't know what your emergency is. And for some of you, maybe the Lord has just recently pulled you out of something or made a way for you. And it's the thing about it is, it's like you may see other people. Come on, God, like other people experiencing these life-saving moments, these miraculous moments, and you may be thinking that God, well, but that God ain't gonna do it for you, but He really is going to do it for you. That God is not, He don't pick and choose miracles. He don't pick and choose who to help, but it's about believing and knowing that He's got your back. Regardless of what you got going on, it's about believing and knowing that God has your back, and He really is your support system. Yes, somebody got some unexpected help coming in. We receive it. So for some of you, it's going to help you to get on target, on track, for wherever it is that the Lord is taking you next. Like, I'm ready for next. I don't even know. And that's the other thing. I don't need to know everywhere I don't need to know every detail. I take it one step at a time with Lord. Like, okay, Dad, what go do what? For me, the step was, okay, He said, be in LA. Okay, Lord, here I am. Okay, go to this show. All right, Lord, I'm gonna go. And you never know, you just never know what will come as a result of you just being, that's that listen and obey, right? You never know what will come from you just following instructions, man. Like, and so for some of you, it's like you're becoming more, what y'all just said, like you're really starting to understand. I don't, it's almost like somebody's starting to believe. And I don't, and they're not saying like you weren't a believer, but what's happening is like you're starting to see that not only are things happening in your life, but it's happening in other people's lives as well. And like God is just showing up in your circle, in your friend, in your family. He's doing things just that are just that keep on confirming for you, like God is really real, right? It's not just you that's going to receive the blessing. It's the people. Come on, God. When He said, I will make, He was like, I will bless those who bless you. When God is saying, like, hey, It's not just you, it's that overflow. It's the blessing that comes to the people that are around you. So that's why you want to surround yourself with people who are believers, who know and have faith. Because why? When they be blessed, you gonna be you blessed by association. That needs to be a whole message, because that's the second time y'all done said that. Blessed by association. For some of you, that's why some people that the Lord has removed from your life, the blessings are falling out of their life because they're no longer associating with you, because you were the blessing, you were the gift. You remember, you ever had somebody and while they with you, their life is all sunshine and rainbows, or you may, or but, and I'm using you because we don't know about anybody else, but you ever been like, somebody and they was with you, and while they were with you everything was amazing for them, and then all of a sudden they're no longer associating with you, and you start hearing things about their life or how they basically taken a decline, things aren't going quite as well for them anymore. Can anybody just drop this in the chat? I am the blessing. And that's not to say that they can't be blessed themselves. But this is about you understanding and recognizing the impact that you have in people's life. There are people who know that you blessed and want to be around you because you're blessed. They see things happening in your life. Those people who are like, what's it called? Some people, yeah, that's why the Lord, yeah, they're talking about discernment. That's why you got to be mindful of the circle, the company you keep, because some people are just with you or around you because they see the blessings that are coming into your life. There's a word that keeps saying it and I can't catch it, but you are the blessing. And so the people, your family will be blessed, the people around you will be blessed, because God don't just stop at one person. If you're associating with people who know the goodness of God, then guess what? All of y'all, the whole group, everybody gonna receive the blessing. And it's not you just being blessed just because you're associated with someone. It's you being blessed because you have that same commitment to the Lord. You have that same zeal. You have that same faith. That's where the blessings come from. When you're surrounded by people who have the same type of faith you have, baby, let me tell you, it takes you places. You're surrounded by people who not only believe in themselves but believe in you as well. It will change your life. Uh-oh, look, y'all, I just dropped all the cards and y'all meant that in y'all spirituals. Now how I'm gonna get them? It wasn't that many. Hold on, y'all. Let me get these cards. Nope. Look, that's so funny. Look, shout out to Mimi, because I said sometimes the cards ain't. When did I say that? The other day. Sometimes the cards just fell out. They do. Which part? The contract. Child, it would finna stay down there the way I had to reach over everything to try to pick it up. Anyway, okay, hold on, y'all. Let me shuffle these. Every day I'm shuffling, shuffle. Somebody got a contract coming up. Now, why do I say this? I got to point this card out specifically because when my phone got stuck yesterday and there was no service, this was the card that was on my phone. Somebody has a contract that is coming in. So the fact that this was the one card that they pointed out on the floor: commitment, sold contracts, new opportunities, binding agreements. This is there's if you have, some of you do. I know if you're in TU, most of y'all should have these. Um, you can get any of these cards as a digital download, right? I have all of my cards available for digital download. And so on my own phone, there's a little widget that cycles through all the cards. And so this was the card that was stuck when my phone wouldn't get service or anything. This was the card that was kind of just stayed on the screen for a long time, and I looked at it and I didn't, I ain't think anything about it. But this is the card that was on there. Somebody, visions of the future. This is what is clarifying, right? You have a contract. I don't know what your contract is. I don't know what you're praying for. This could be a person. It doesn't have to necessarily, only you know what you're praying for. And contracts don't just deal with money. This could deal with people, benefactors, like we talked about on divine intervention. There are different contracts that we have, soul contracts. They're different. This may be a money contract. Maybe it's a new job for you. Maybe you're applying for something and you didn't think you were going to get the approval. You could be signing a lease. You could be signing for a mortgage. Congratulations on whatever your contract is. okay? Because I'm telling you, there's something, and it's in regards to your future. It's in regards to the vision that the Lord has given you. So just be prepared for it. Like, don't, and it's a blessing. That's just it. It's a blessing. It's in alignment with your assignment. Indeed and amen. Somebody finna commit to something. You can believe that. Y'all better tell us too. And for some of y'all, the Lord coming in right at they just said in the nick of time. Receive it. The Lord be doing that, telling y'all. I kid you not. I'ma say it again. Yes, come on, Matthew 6 and 33 again. I'ma say it again. Yes, the Lord be coming through with these 11th hour blessings, but we in a season, y'all, where we gonna get some blessings all the time. We gonna get hour on the hour, every hour on the hour. Okay, every hour on the hour, we receive the blessings, not just in the 11th hour. Okay, what else? All to do it. You've got help. Okay. The Lord will conquer your enemies when they attack you. They will attack you from one direction, but they will scatter from you in 7. Deuteronomy 28 and 7. Look, your gifts will make room for you at the bottom of the deck. For some of you, can't nobody stop this next blessing. Whatever this next thing is that's coming in, I don't know. Maybe 7 different people then try to come up against you. Maybe there's been 7 different attacks that you've had to weather or that the Lord has brought you through. I don't know. But whatever this next blessing is, they say get one more. Whatever this next blessing is, baby, can't nobody stop this. Come on, Archangel Uriel. I receive it. I'm trying to tell you. And yeah, some of you, the Lord is, it's almost like they just said enough is enough. Which I mean, like warfare. They just said what, like a boundary. Child, somebody got some protection. hmm They just said something about the Lord pulling, like drawn out, like a fence, drawing a fence, putting a fence around you. I don't know if there's some significant reference to that, but it's like a fence being put up around you. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if you've been experiencing a lot of warfare or just things trying to come up against you or whatever, but it's like they're bringing up the book of Job, and we almost to the book of Job in Bible clarity, but it's like there's a fence going up where the Lord said no, like they just said, touch not my anointed. Well, there you go. Y'all know I don't know gospel songs for real. So that's maybe somebody word. Somebody go listen to that message. I don't know the song, but it's something about a fence. So you can drop that in the chat because I'm not, y'all know I don't really know a lot of gospel songs, but I'm done with the whole throw the whole cards away. Throw them away. Chestnut. Come on, God strategy. Jesus be a fence. Okay. Well, there you go. God's chessboard. Now, this is what is so crazy. I cannot make this up, y'all. When I was going in yesterday and my phone went out, this was the card. When I came out of the J Hud show yesterday, this is the card that was on my phone, y'all. I cannot make this up. And of course, I didn't take pictures of these or any of that. This is the card that was on my phone when I came out of the J Hud show yesterday. God's chessboard, strategic moves, playing games, and checkmate. Okay. That's why you let the Lord make the moves for you. It works. I just can't even explain to somebody, whoever needs this message. We're gonna pull scriptures. We're gonna do a word in the wilderness to go with these. Um, I can't even begin to understand that when you just let the Lord do the Lord's work in your life, God makes the best moves, y'all. So somebody, the Lord is getting ready to move on your behalf. No, you don't have to do anything. You simply have to follow. You simply have to listen and be willing to. Some of you, this may be a physical move or relocation. I didn't tell this story, huh? Did I finish telling this story? Did I tell y'all the story about 24? I don't even remember. I think I started it, but I might have got sidetracked. I'm bringing this up because of Psalms 23. I think, did I finish this story? Let me just say, if I didn't, I'm finna tell it again because it's important, because Psalms 23 is coming up. So y'all remember I told y'all I went and I met Tabitha Brown in February. Only thing I did while I was here in LA. When I went to her event, I was number 24. I still have the little sticker, the little armband. It's in one of my journals, right? So, true story, y'all. They didn't let us keep the little tickets and we couldn't take pictures of it because we didn't have our phone. So, yesterday, go to J Hud show. Do y'all know that there was a woman in front of me who they ended up having to move her to the side for a second, but like at check-in. Do y'all know that had they not moved her to the side, I would have been number 24 again? Mind you, I keep on getting the number 42 just over and over and over and over. I would have been number 24 yesterday, but they had to put her off to the side for a second. So I ended up being number 23 and she ended up getting number 24. So when I saw that, because she ended up coming on right behind me. So when I saw it, I had a laugh and I was just like, huh, that's so funny. And I told her, I went to an event back in February. I said, and had I been, I was like, at that event, I was number 24. I said, and had they not moved her like to the side, I would have been number 24 again. But as soon as I saw number 23, first thing I did was start praying Psalms 23. And the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. You shall not want for anything, y'all. And I told her the story, and I just was like, God be knowing. Like he be knowing, y'all. He knows. And I was just like, man. I said, and I told her, she joked about it. She was like, it'd be just my luck that they give you like a prize or something for sitting in seat number 23. And I told her, I was like, I can't wait to talk about it tomorrow, because I was just like, man, how crazy is that I was almost number 24 again, but ended up being number 23 and Psalms 23. So I literally prayed this yesterday when I ended up getting number 23. And I was like, you shall not want for anything. Of course, we know Psalms 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me down a path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. He prepares a table for me in the presence of my enemies. He anoints my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. Um, I prayed it yesterday, and then I thought about Kathy as well, because I was just like, man, um, I was like, man, I said, because Kathy mentioned the number 23 in the TU call the other day as well. And I just was like, it just be so funny. Look, you are the author of your story. So the Lord, he knows. Okay, he knows visions of the future. So the Lord knows exactly what you need, and you shall not want for anything. But you have to believe that. And it's oftentimes hard for us to believe as we're going through the difficulties and the challenges. But when you just let the Lord drive, it doesn't matter if your enemy's coming up against you. It doesn't matter what you're facing. And it's not always the easiest answer. Sometimes when the Lord gives us an answer, it's not always what we want to hear, but it's what we need to hear. And it's what we need in order to be and become the best version of ourselves. And so you got to be willing to follow, even though it may hurt, even though it may be challenging, even though you may have thought it was going to go a different way. Ultimately, the Lord knows what he's taking you through. So he knows the best way to get you through it. He knows the people that you're going to need to be around in order to move forward. He knows everything that you need. And so he's going to make sure that you're covered. Like he got me covered. And that's just it. Drop that in the chat. He got me covered. He's got me covered. And that's just it. He's got us covered, y'all. It doesn't, so whatever you're going through, he's got you covered. Okay, what else? Child, this is good. Whatever, for some of you, this is that contract that's coming in unexpectedly. You can be expecting it. I don't know who this is. You prayed for it. What you mean? Like last? No, not necessarily last minute. I don't know who this message is for, but they y'all know they've been giving this energy and they've been talking about. Mm-mm. Some you ain't gonna be a surprise. You're not. They said you ain't gonna be that surprised. Why you ain't gonna be surprised? Because you already know something's coming. You already can feel that there's something coming. You just don't know the details yet. Come on, read the fine print. You just don't know the details yet. And for some of you, because you already know that there's something in the works. Now I don't know what you know, but you know what you know. Okay. And you ain't crazy. You got to start just believing. You may not know exactly where it's going to come from, but you know that there's some what, because we gonna tell the truth and shame the devil today. We're not gonna sit here and act like we don't know that the Lord is gonna bless us. That's what we're not gonna do. Okay. This the thing. Somebody who testing, oh, this is good. Okay, let me talk about this real quick before we get to the next card. You already know that something is coming in. You just don't know what, and you don't know exactly where. But this, they just said, may come on, major players. This is like major players. For some of you, whoever this is for, this is very specific, and this ain't for everybody. But this is some of you, you got some major players that are actually scouting you. They got their eye, come on, God, they got their eyes on you. And yes, they've tested you in multiple situations, they've tested you through multiple circumstances. They keep sending people in would because they're giving. Let me give y'all an example, right? I feel like I passed the tab test. Y'all know I love Tabitha Brown. I feel like I passed it. Do you know what a blessing it is to meet Tab and she tell you something like, you got a light on you? That's what Tab said to me. Tab was like, you got a light on you, keep shining. And me, oh my God, right? Because we know how brightly Tab shines. And so I've told y'all multiple times, like it ain't nothing like somebody that inspires you and that motivates so many people with her goodness and her light and her energy. For you to get a compliment and get something like that from her yesterday, y'all, like, can I say this? Y'all know how much I am in love. Y'all know my eyeshadows are my thing. And yesterday, y'all, I got so many compliments on my eyeshadow, even from Jennifer Hudson. And when you're passionate about, it's like it's the things that you love, because I really put love into my eyeshadows. So when you get recognition for the things that you love, like from people who inspire us to be and become better versions of ourselves, it's a blessing. You understand? Like, so the first part of it is, some of y'all, you think that it's just some people. I don't know who need this message. Y'all don't be mad about it, but it's like you need to own your greatness. Can we draw? Come on, God, own your greatness. Own your greatness. Because for some of you, the thing about it is, you don't need anybody. Thank y'all, because I was like, make it make sense. You don't need anybody to tell you how brightly you're shining. You don't need anybody to applaud you. You don't need anybody to make you feel like you're this, that, or the third. You need to feel that yourself. Like, and you just don't even realize that. Come on, God, who is this for? I don't know who you deal with and whoever this message is for, but you're gonna know it's for you. I don't know what you do in everyday life, but I need somebody to understand, you looking at other folks as a source of inspiration, but do you realize that you are the inspiration? Like, some of y'all don't even realize that you're actually inspiring people, even if they are major players, even if they have wealth and abundance or success or whatever. And so that's what they're showing, is like, well, you didn't have to cuss a word about it. I mean, think I had said it the way, I don't know who mama this is, but my mama feels some type of way in the spirituals. She's like, yes, it's great to look up to other people because we have people who inspire us. But remember this, you're inspiring somebody. You're just, even if you don't have the money or the wealth or the success, don't think that what you're doing is any less of and inspiration to people. Don't think that your greatness is not recognized by people. And for some of you, your greatness is going to be recognized by people who do have the wealth and who do have the abundance and who do have the success and the followers and the fan base or whatever. And so remember, we've been talking a lot about star energy. They've been given the 1717 number, the star card. Whatever you do, it's like it doesn't mean, like, even if people that have that acclaim and fame or famous, it's not always about people in at the top recognizing you. I know people at the top recognizing you because there are people that are around you every single day who you are inspiring and motivating and helping. And so you got to own your greatness. Okay. I hope that made sense for somebody. Like, yes, it feels amazing for people to recognize something that you are very passionate about. But just remember this, you got to recognize it within yourself first. Even if don't nobody buy eyeshadow, guess what? I'm still gonna wear them every day. I love making eyeshadow. It is, if there's nothing else, it is my thing. Okay. I don't care. Look, it don't matter for me. It don't matter if anyone else buys them. Guess what? I can make colors for myself and be just happy. Just as happy doing it just for me because I love to do it. Right. And so it's amazing to receive that because these are people who inspire me. But it's like I do it because I love it. I do it because I love making eyeshadow and wearing eyeshadow, and I love the colors and the vibrancy, and I love, that's just part of who I am. Right. As we're speaking about colors on the bottom, happiness is an inside job. So don't wait. Come on. So don't wait on anyone to create yours for you. You create your own happiness. You be happy about whatever you're doing. You own your greatness. You own your talents, your gifts, your skills, and your abilities. And don't think that you need people at the top to recognize you. It is beautiful because for me, this is people that I have on my vision board, y'all, dreams of that. But at the same time, man, I just love making eyeshadow. I just love putting these colors out here for people. So you own that first, and then it's one of those things, and all these things will be added unto you. Just know that. I hope that made sense, and I hope I said it the way that they were trying to give it to me. But I just be happy being. I was so happy making eyeshadow the other day. Like, I was like, oh, I just love it here, right? And so to the point where I'm like, man, I'm gonna make some more. Not today because I missed Bible Clarity 2 days in a row, so I got to do nothing but record today. But like, own your greatness and realize that you don't need anyone else to approve you or stamp you. Come on, you can I drop this in the chat. Look, this one to come out, but look, oh my gosh, who did you are your stamp of, God is your stamp of approval. Okay, God is your stamp of approval. And so the sooner that you recognize that, the Lord will send people in who are going to recognize you. Does that make sense? Who needed that? The Lord has already approved you. He's already given you the stamp of approval. So just know, whoever that's for, you've already been approved. Come on, certified. Drop it in the chat. I'm certified. Okay. You already said you already approved. Why? God approved you. Period. Meant it. Okay. What's next? We received that, honey, because what? Baby, we don't be looking for outside approval. It's cool. I'm certified. Drop that in the chat. Y'all better drop y'all stamp of approval. I'm certified, baby. What? Okay, I'm bad. That was good though. Come on, certified. That could have been a whole message. Damn it. What else? We received that, child. We got two. So let's see what we got. Here we go. Matthew 18:19 through 20. Again, truly I tell you that if two of you on earth agree about anything they ask for, it will be done. When we just talking about the people around you, like when we're just talking about the blessed by association, for where two or three gather in my name, there am I with them. Y'all better know that Jesus is in our midst. Y'all better know. Tell y'all, blessed by association. You ain't got to believe me, but that's what the scripture said. I ain't say it, Jesus did. We be thinking it's a game. It's just like, man, I know I want to be around some blessed folks. I want to be around some productive, happy, prosperous, abundant folks. I want to be around some believers. I want to be around some people who are certified just like me. So for whoever needs this message, the Lord may be bringing in new connections for you. You, God, are my God. Earnestly I seek you. I thirst for you. Come on, thirsty. My whole being longs for you. We need to change the whole concept of what a thirst trap is. I'm gonna stay thirsty. I'm gonna stay thirsty for the Lord. Why? Because I'll never be that's that living water. You'll never be thirsty again. We talked about this last week where there's like a thirst for the Lord. Come on, Psalms 3:15, 31, 3 through 5. Um, like being thirsty, like the more time I just feel like this, and everybody, maybe you don't experience this, but the more time I spend with God, the more great and amazing things that happen in my life. That's just a true story. That doesn't mean that things don't be happening that are not always great, but it just don't affect me. Just doesn't bother me the same anymore. I just be like, well, you know what, Lord, yeah, that happened, but I'm not finna let it change my day or my energy. I'm just gonna keep on moving. Hold on, which part? They said I got to go back to this for somebody need this message. Key players. Hold on, let me back up. Some of you, mhm, you you've been tested, you've been tried. People have tested you to make sure that you are the person that you said that you are. I don't know whoever this message is for. It's almost like you the tab test. Thank y'all. So remember I said I was able to meet Tab, and she told me what she told me, and it meant so much to me. Some of you have been tested, and you, because this is going back to your perception, your gifts. You're not crazy. I don't know if you think that you're crazy, or if you think that you're being paranoid, or if you think that um you're making it up. You're not making it up. There are people who have tested you, and yeah, they have tested you. There, it's almost like them testing. I don't know if they said anointing, but I don't know if it's like testing your anointing or testing your gifts, or I don't know which part. Like the spirit, people be testing your spirituality. Child, who got time for this? I'm not finna spend no lot of time here, because what you're not finna do is get on my nervous system. Okay. Um, like, no, who has time for this? Some of you have been, yeah, you've been tested, because I don't know who. If it's me, I wouldn't care if that's how it's not for me, because y'all already know I wouldn't care. What? I wouldn't care, because that's the thing. People, what they make it make sense. If I get mad at my spirituals. Not you sitting over here smoking a cigarette. Okay, listen, listen. Walk in your gifts. Walk in your gifts. And no, for whoever this message is for, maybe the way the Lord talks to you is unconventional, it's different, it's not the way that he talked to everybody else. And maybe as a result of that, that has made you feel, I don't know, a lack of confidence, if you will. I don't know. Walk in your gifts. However, the Lord is using you and talking to you. And yeah, we ain't got time, because I don't want that to shake somebody's confidence. Um, Walk in your gifts and own your greatness, and that's it. Yes, you've been tested. Yes, in a multitude of ways, but it's whatever. Okay. Child, and coffee. This is my grandmama, child. She over here drinking coffee this morning, because I'm drinking coffee. And when I drink coffee, I be talking to my grandmama, and yeah, ain't nothing like coffee and a cigarette. I'm not condoning it, but if you know, you know. Okay, so I'm moving on. Truly, no, we read this one. You, God, are my God. Earnestly I seek you. I thirst for you. My whole being longs for you in a dry and parched land where there is no water. So some of you, you're starting to understand, like, God really is the living water. That's why I say hydrate your soul, right? Because when you get God in your spirituals, you'll never be thirsty. You'll never be thirsty. You'll never want. Psalms 23. So whoever needs that message, yes, the more time you spend with God, the more you believe in him, the more you give him time, the more you look for him, the more you search for him, the more you call on him, the more you believe in him to bring you out of a situation, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. And some of you, you're starting to have that understanding and know that he really is going to bring you out. Okay. He's going to bring you out. What else? Child, this is so good. Surely God is my help. The Lord is the one who sustains me. Psalm 54:4. So, yes, Psalm 50:57 4 up under that. I am in the midst of lions. I am forced to dwell among ravenous beasts, men whose teeth are spears and arrows, whose tongues are sharp with swords. You're going to be, it doesn't matter. I don't know. Just know that God is sustaining you in any and everything. This is where the blessings are coming from, because you're not even, for some of you, you're getting ready to be blessed simply because you continue to be the person that you are. Message. You decided, you made a choice. Which part? You made a choice to continue to be who you are, irregardless of the lions, the tigers, and the bears, oh my, that you had to go up against. You continue to walk in your integrity, even when the enemy came up against you in whatever way he came up against you. You didn't let that deter you or stop you. That's determined, right? They're bringing up determined. You were determined, and you're going to continue to be determined that no matter what the experience is, or the hardship or difficulties or the people or the challenges, you just continue to believe in the Lord. And as a result of that, that's why the blessings are coming in. That's why the things are coming in that you need, that you've been praying for, that you've been asking the Lord to show up and show me, Lord. Show up and show me that I'm not crazy. Show up and show me that I'm going to receive the things that and it's not all going to come at once, but you're starting to understand that the Lord blesses you at every step. Drop it in the chat. Blessed at every step. I'm blessed at every step. There's not a single step that the Lord gives me that is not a blessing. If he provides me a new direction, if he provides me something new to do, I'm going to be blessed in that. Why? Because the Lord provided the step. No matter how you, no matter, I don't care what, it doesn't matter what trials I got to go to. I'm blessed in every step. Every step of the way that the Lord is taking you down, every step on the road, you're blessed. And you got to know it, child. You got to know it. Okay. And we're also talking about the strategy card, right? Every move that the Lord gives you, there's going to be a blessing. You're going to receive it. You're going to receive it, child. You just got to believe it. And and that's the thing. Sometimes the Lord will give us a step and it don't necessarily look like a blessing. Come on, God. It don't necessarily look like a blessing, right? But they're giving the example of me being in LA for 8 months. Even though I was excited about being back, y'all, it wasn't necessarily like the greatest time of my life. But at the same time, I can look back on it now and say, hey, there was even a blessing in that. So whatever trial or tribulation, obstacle, difficulty, challenge, whatever that you're going through, you can always find a blessing in it. And so, even though I didn't understand, come on, God, even though I didn't understand the step then, I understand the step now. I didn't understand why the Lord had me moving the way he had me moving in LA. I didn't understand why he had me here to get acclimated and understand different things and see different places. But it's oftentimes hindsight is 2020. You can see the blessing after you've beat this, after you've taken the next step. Does that make sense? You'll understand why that step was important, because it's important for something that's coming up in the future. And if you start thinking about things in that way, well, Lord, I understand why you made me go through that. But then there's going to come a time in your life where you're going to understand why that step was necessary. So every step is pivotal. Every step is necessary. You're going to have to understand why you had to deal with certain people, and you had to learn how to be able to deal with the lions and the tigers and the bears. You're going to have to understand why you don't know why you had all these people to come up against you. Everything is preparation. Remember, we say this all the time. Your trials, your tribulations, they're just training, right? It's just training. So you had to be trained for the next level. So find the blessing in the step that you're in right now. What is it, Lord? How can I look at this as a blessing instead of looking at it as a curse, or looking at it as something difficult? What can you learn in this step? What blessing can you find on the step that you're in right now? Okay, what else? I don't know, child. I'm always looking for the blessing, the silver lining, if you will, because I just feel like there's something that happens at every step that benefits me for the next place that the Lord is sending me to. So let's clarify chestnut checkers, God's chessboard, and then we're gonna be done with this message, because it really is just like, listen, let the Lord drive. Okay, here we go. I am so done with today. You have a hummingbird. I'm gonna pull another one. I can't make this up. Y'all, let me just tell y'all what this is. Those who fly solo have the strongest wings. Shout out to Christy because she's the one who gave me this affirmation to put on this card. I chose the hummingbird for it. Can I tell y'all something that happened? Can I even talk about it? I don't even know if I can talk. I don't even know if I can say it or not. But can I just tell y'all? I can't even talk about it's you. If I want y'all to watch I want y'all to watch the Jennifer Hudson. I'm shout out Jennifer Hudson. I'm gonna tell y'all there's significance in this hummingbird showing up that happened yesterday. There's significance. I just can't even make this up. I just can't. The hummingbird was very significant. It came up yesterday while I was there. I don't know because I just can't even. You let me pull another one. Y'all play so. Can we just give God some glory real quick? Can we come on? The only thing that can limit your abundance is your inability to dream bigger. Y'all go if you please somebody watch it, somebody record it because I don't have access to it if I'm just being completely honest. True story, give God some glory. This time for that. Come on, 8-11, 11-11 for some of y'all. True story. Let's give God some glory because y'all, God is doing great, amazing things, y'all. I cannot make this up. Um, the Jennifer Hudson show all this week. Make sure you watch today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Okay. Um, give God some glory. Y'all, and if you watch it, you'll understand the significance of the hummingbird. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna let you watch it. But it came up yesterday, and that's why I'm so tripped out because the Lord just be doing so much, right? He be doing so much, man. Like I just can't even give God enough glory in just the way he keeps just showing up. Thank you, Lord, for confirming these messages. Um, he just does amazing things. I'm a little outdone. The only thing that can limit your abundance is your inability to dream bigger. And y'all watch it and y'all come back to this message. And because I'm not gonna talk about it until after all of these episodes air. But if you watch the show, you'll understand why this hummingbird is so importante on this because it came up yesterday. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I can't make it up. The only thing that can limit your abundance is your inability. Drop this in the chat. I'm a dream bigger. Yeah. What happened? What did I miss, y'all? Yes, I went to the I went to the Jennifer Hudson show yesterday and those episodes are airing this week and I'm also going back Friday. So dream bigger. Okay. I'm a dream bigger. You I just need somebody to keep it's so crazy, y'all. Man, I just and that's why I get emotional because I really just want people to believe in God and what he can do in your life, man. Like I'm finna cry because and it's not I nothing if I'm crying ain't nothing about what I'm going through sad for me. It's just me being so passionate about showing people. And I told the Lord this morning. I say, man, if people, I promise you, God will just meet you where you are. And I tell y'all that all the time. And we be thinking that we need all of these things. Thinking we need this money and all of these things, man. And when I tell y'all that I'm just here as an example to show you that God will just meet you where you are with what you have. I told the Lord yesterday, I say, Daddy, I love the Lord so much. I say, Daddy, you have literally done so much for me from what most people would look at as a place of lack. And I remember when I looked at my situation and what I got going on as a place of lack. And now I just realize how much abundance just flows into my life and how abundant I truly am. And it has had nothing to do. And this is why I'm so grateful that the Lord is using me in this way, because he's allowing people to see that It doesn't matter what your how what kind of house you have, what kind of car you have. It doesn't matter how much money you got in your bank account. It doesn't matter if you're single, if you're married. None of those things matter, because if God is going to bless you, he's going to bless you wherever you are. He's going to bless you with $0 and 0 cents. He will bless you in ways that you can't even imagine. And it's simply by having bigger dreams. One of the things that truly happened for me in this wilderness season was just dreaming bigger, y'all. Like I started dreaming big dreams. Like I can remember last year sitting in Dallas, and I had created, and the Lord had given me a whole vision for Touche Cosmetics. Now here we are a year later, and I have the eyeshadow line, right? And that's just the beginning of that. And so when and some of you, and that's where a word in the wilderness, right? As you're going through whatever your wilderness season is, this is how you learn. Come on, God, this is how you learn how to walk in your promise. I might need to I might need to, gosh, I'm almost tempted to change the name of this day to walk in your promise, right? Because instead of preparation for it, I feel like the wilderness is the preparation. And so I don't even feel like preparation is the right way to word it. It's like, no, I told y'all I'm walking in my promise, but I had to go through my wilderness season in order to understand what my promise truly is, right? And so many things, so many of my dreams have been built in this wilderness season. And we talked about this I think last week, but as you're getting, some of you, you may be in the middle of a wilderness season. You may be going into a wilderness season. This is that solo energy, right? The hummingbird. But it's during that time that the Lord really does the most work on you. And oftentimes we are so used to being surrounded by people, being surrounded by people, that the Lord doesn't have the opportunity to do the work on us that he needs to do for your promise, for where he's taking you. So if you are in a season of isolation, if you are in a season of, or the Lord is sending you into a season where you're going to be by yourself, just remember that there's strength in isolation. And this is that time when you're really going to be able to commit to the Lord and commit to giving him that time, but giving yourself that time as well. And also really committing to your dreams. Because had the Lord, at first I was angry, of course, because I was like, why would you have me to go through this? But now, again, I can look at everything that the Lord has taken me through and all the blessings he's given me in this wilderness season, to be able to come up here and tell y'all, like, man, God will just do some things in your life, and it be the most miraculous things. But had he not pushed you sometimes, because sometimes he has to push us, had you not been determined to continue to walk on this journey, you wouldn't have received, or been able to receive, or maybe it would have taken even longer. I don't know. But sometimes, like, God has to push you in order for you to grow, in order for you to truly become who he knows that you can be. And we oftentimes don't want to do that, because if you're going in the wilderness, you're going to be spending a lot of time with yourself. You got to face some things within yourself. You got to learn some things about yourself. And so that's why a lot of us don't want to spend that alone time, because that's when the real stripping happens, when he really strips us down and makes us understand who we are and what we need to let go of in order to make these dreams manifest. Because I'm talking about, I got big dreams, y'all. My dreams. So my dreams are, but at the same time, my dreams are starting to become my reality. Come on, Seven of Cups. My dreams are starting to become my reality. Do you understand? The vision that the Lord gave me many years ago, no matter how long it takes, because it's taken years for these things to align. It's taken years. It didn't, it's me just saying, okay, Lord, well, when I'm ready for it, bring it to me. And me not trying to rush it and force it and go after. No, when I'm ready for it, Lord, bring it to me. But had I not gone through this season, I probably would have messed this dream up when it came. I wouldn't have been in the energy to receive it. I wouldn't have given God the glory when it came in either, right? It would have been very ego based, or very selfish, if you will, like me. Whereas now it's not about me anymore. For some of you, come on, God, that's what the Lord is getting ready to shift your perspective. And yes, we want things for ourselves, but ultimately, whatever you do, you want it to be a benefit to other people. That's how you truly become successful. That's how you truly become wealthy, because what you're doing is bigger than you. Big dreams. What even your dreams will encompass other people. It will serve other people. You have to, because you have to be, if you want to lead, if you want to be what, you've got to serve. There's no way around it. You got to be willing to give something back to others. That's how you truly start seeing these dreams manifest, because it no longer becomes about you, it becomes about others, and how you can help other people and help them to be and become the best version of themselves with whatever it is that you're doing. So for some of you, you're going to learn that in your solo season, where it no longer becomes about you, it becomes about other people. It becomes about, that's why this, me being able to tell this story is just like, man, listen, y'all, me wanting a TV show is simply so that I can help other people. Like, I want to reach places that I wouldn't normally reach and help people to wherever they are. I tell y'all this all the time. It's why I can be okay with where the Lord has me right now, because I understand the people that he needs me to reach, and how he had to make me okay with my current situation. Some people would be like, oh, just go get a job. Oh, you can pull your, no, because that's not what the Lord wants me to do, because I need people to be able to see what the Lord can do with, if with most people would look at from a place of lack. I don't look, I know that I'm living a life of abundance. And so as a result of that, the Lord keeps bringing me things. And so I know this is not forever, but I'm grateful because it allows me to reach more people exactly where they are, to show you, hey, if he can do it for me, he can do it for you as well. So I hope that made sense. But that is, so just keep dreaming, and the Lord will make your dreams happen like just out of nowhere. And you be like, oh, okay. Now, I can't make you believe, but I can be an example of what faith can get you. Okay. What faith can do for you, how the Lord will just keep showing up and just keep doing things. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that he continues to use me in that way. And I hope that is inspiring and motivating and makes you just go through your struggle, your challenge, your difficulty a little bit easier, because the Lord, he keep blessing me. That's all I say. Like, he keeps on blessing me. He keeps on giving me new work and new ideas and new ways to encourage other people. So whatever he's told you to do, just keep doing that. Okay. That's it, y'all. I kid y'all not, man. Like, I just, that's why, man, I can't do nothing but love the Lord, because I just can't even imagine where I would be if I hadn't just committed to this journey and committed to what he's asked me to do. Committed to this mission, committed to just helping as many people as I can to get through their own season of struggle. From, I used to say all the time, it was one of my mottos, from struggle to success, right? I like helping people go from struggle to success, and just understanding like there really is strength in the struggle. Because the Lord has given me that. He's given me more strength than I ever thought that I had here, as he has molded me in the wilderness. And so anyway, I hope that helps somebody. Okay. Thank you so much, dear Swan. Thank you so much. I feel like every day the Lord, every day the Lord gives me another opportunity to grow, elevate, and expand. He allows me to continue to speak life into people. Thank y'all for sharing the messages. Like, that's just the whole thing. I just want to tell people, like, hey, you can do it. You can build a business with no money. You can build social media with no money. Like, you can make things happen for yourself. Like, the Lord will make these things happen for you. Where you look at a place of, like, that's why he's limitless, because the things that you think that you can't do, the Lord he'll do it for you. Come on, he'll do it for you. And he'll do it for me, he'll do it for you. So that's it. Just dream bigger, and then or something better. Come on, ears to hear, because he out here handing out blessings, child, and he meant that in him spirituals. Yeah, child. He be meaning it. The thing about it is, we just have to believe in it, and the sooner you believe, the sooner you be blessed. I tell you that, and we receive it. Cause what? He will do it for you. He certainly will. Come on, the chariot. He'll do it. That's it. That's all I got. And you better say it. I received all the blessings, like all of them. I was so y'all, I was so upset. I was like, OMG, right? Um, man, y'all, I just I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, man. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. And I said, well, Lord, um, if I said if I'm able to go back, and like I said, he blessed me to be able to go back, and so I'll be in LA this week, and I'm gonna try to go to a few different things. I didn't want to do too much, but I wanted to do a couple of things while I was here, and I just, like I said, true story, give God the glory. I couldn't do nothing but be like, man, I wasn't ready for it before. So as soon as I was ready, come on, Ten of Pentacles, I wasn't ready for it before. Um, but I feel like the Lord feels like I'm a little more ready for this. Some Ten of Pentacles. I'm gonna keep adding to my 10. I'm gonna keep on adding. I'm gonna keep on adding. Who? Which part? They just started playing. What's this? I always feel like somebody's watching me. Cause I get no privacy. Anyway, I'm back. I don't know. I don't know. Somebody need to know that, child. I've been telling y'all somebody got some star power, child. What? I don't know. People be thinking, man, I told y'all this before. You never know. Somebody got some star power, okay? And you got some help. This the spirit NIMS. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for setting things up. Y'all, true story. Yesterday, why my mileage? First of all, I saw the number 819 and I was like, Ma, I'm talking, I'm talking to my mama, right? And it was something. I saw the number 819. I was like, Ma, I was like, man, I don't even know what's happening. Look down on my mileage, and right now, y'all, my mileage is at 81,819. Tell you, you better know the protection is real. Like, my mama don't be playing the radio about me. And one thing, certain two things for sure. If my mama said it, then she meant it. Okay. Like, I know where my protection comes from. I know who my spirit team is. I say, well, mom, I guess I'm gonna be down here the whole little 81952 on my dash. I said, well, I guess you letting me know that you're gonna be here the whole time that I'm here in LA. She said it meant it. She'll never go nowhere. So it's about you just knowing that you have protection. Like yesterday, I was just like, man, I was a little nervous. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, I don't even know. I was like, because they just said imposter syndrome, not like imposter syndrome, but I just remember sitting over the weekend and just being like, man, is this really, like, God, am I really, like, are you really exposing me to this? Are you really showing me this? Because this is, this is my dream. Like, this what I want to do. That this is in my spirituals. And so God ain't going, he's like, God ain't playing, right? And he was just like, man, if he gave you the vision, then he meant that. Love you, my look, Queen of Wands. He meant that. And so I'm just like, okay. He told me yesterday, he's like, I know you thought you was gonna do some things, but I got something better. And I just keep asking for something better, y'all. He keeps bringing something better. And so I'm excited. There go my grandparents, okay, because they represent the Two of Cups in my decks, right? In my tarot deck, and in this deck as well. My grandparents, my mom, I was just talking about them as well. So yeah, you just got to know, you just know where your protection come from. Just know, I just want somebody to just believe, like, oh my gosh. And because I told the Lord this, right? I was like, Daddy, I was like, you had me telling people about this different stuff, but he just stands firm on this, which part he stands firm on this, like, if you don't tell people about how good God is, how are they gonna know? Like, how are people gonna know if you don't show people what God can do in your life? Like, how are people gonna know about him? And so, because I'll tell him, be like, Daddy, you want me to talk about that? He'd be like, how else? If you don't talk about your faith, if you don't talk about your blessings, then how are people going to know how good God is? Because I can't take credit for nothing. I'm not doing anything. Most of the time, I just be sitting and waiting on the Lord to tell me something. And so if we don't talk about the good things that God is doing in our lives, how are people going to know? How are people going to believe and know that he's real and that he really does answer prayers? And so I don't know who needs that message, but you got to talk about him. You got to tell, you got to give him the glory. You got to tell people like, man, I didn't do nothing, because when I tried to do stuff, it didn't work. When I was trying, hence, when I tried to go back and be a nurse again, it didn't work. It didn't work. That was me. That wasn't God. God said, I'll let, who needs this message? Because somebody's coming up. It's like you're going to have a path, right? They're showing me a path in the spiritual. So it's like the crossroads. Look, and I saw that card because they showed me in this particular deck, I think it's the Eight of Swords shows like a crossroads. Some of you are getting ready to have a path and message. And God is going to let you choose whatever path you want to choose. Let me just say it. You gonna be able to choose. The Lord cannot tell, he's like, listen, you can go that way, but it's gonna be difficult, more difficult if you go that way. I use me as an example so you can understand. The Lord said, sure, you can go back and be a nurse, but it's going to be a lot more difficult if you go that way. Here's an easier way. Now, the easy way is going to have its challenges too, because you're going to have to be more patient. You're going to have to wait on some stuff to come in. It's not going to show up as quick, but it's going to be better. But you can still, that one's good, but this is better. So for somebody, whatever this crossroads that you're at, that way is good, but this one is better. You finna have a path to choose. You can go down that road, but that road is gonna cost you something. For me, it would have costed me. I would have probably had to go back. That same old life would have still been hanging over my head. And for some of you, that's what's happening. It's like, come on, God, you're getting ready to make the decision between your old life and your new life. And you have to decide which path you're going to take. I would have been walking back and trying to go back into my old life had I went back into nursing. Mm-mm. God said that's not even who you are anymore. That's good, but this is better. So I don't know if that helps you. If you feel like you're going into something that's taking you backwards, or if there was no free, come on, God, there was no freedom in that path for me. I would have been going back into bondage. Man, yes, I would have been of service. Absolutely. I would have been, because nurses, we love y'all. We're so grateful for you. But that was a life of bondage for me, versus a life of freedom, which is what I have now. I would not have been free. And who the Son sets free is free indeed, because I know freedom now. This is I told my daughter this yesterday. I say, man, do you know how much of a blessing it is that I just said, hey, I'm going to LA. Vroom, vroom, I'm gone. And I'm still doing the same work that I'll do every single day. Do y'all understand the freedom? People say, you can say whatever you want to say about me, baby, but let me tell you something. I can get up and go whenever I want to. I can work from anywhere. I can do the same thing that I'm doing from anywhere. I really am free. Don't nobody tell me when to come to work. Don't nobody tell me where to go to work. You think that now imagine had I gone now here, check this out. Imagine had I gone back into nursing. I would have, and then this opportunity showed. Now I got to try to get time off. I got to try to get approval. They can say no. I'm on a time schedule. What? I don't have none of that, because God is my only boss. That's it. I'm not tied down. I'm not tethered. God knows I like to travel. He knows I like to drive. Okay. I'm talking about what work for self with you. This is the goal. This is the dream. And although I'm not nearly where I'm gonna be, man, listen at me. when I said, I told my daughter, hey, I'm going to LA for the weekend and I just can pick up and go. And then I'm like, well, you know what? I thought I was going to stay the weekend, but I'm going to stay the weekend. While I'm here, and I go do, so I could do such, 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 such. And hey, y'all, I might not be able to go live on Thursday, but I'll see y'all on Friday. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like really having that flexibility in my schedule that I can pick up and I can go and I can move and then I can still do what I need to do. I can't go back. I can't go back, y'all. When you have a taste of freedom, just a taste. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not gonna be working, because you're still gonna be working. But when you become free, you be like, well, oh no, I can't go back there. Somebody take that one little month. I say, oh, this don't work. This does not resonate in my spirituals. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Lord, that I was able to get caught up on my car note. But let me just told you, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. Lord, I'll just wait and see what I'm just going to let you bring me everything that I need. And yes, I still have things. I still need to pay a car note. I still got bills and responsibilities. But what I'm not, nope, because the Lord, I didn't understand. Come on, God, for some of you, and I'm not telling anybody to quit their job. Let me preface that I am not telling you to quit, but there are times when the Lord will tell you to quit, and he will. I understand now what I didn't understand then, why the Lord would not allow me per se to work. I don't even want to use the word allow. I didn't understand why, because my whole thing was like, God, why I can't just get a job? Why I can't just get a job, Lord? Like, why I can't just get a job? I can just go get a job, and all these financial worries that I have will just be, hey girl, when you was cuteness. All these financial worries that I have would just be gone. And I didn't understand, but I understand now, because the freedom and the flexibility that I have, first of all, it just is another testament to God, because he's allowing people to see that you seen child. She been outside. She told me she's gonna be outside this whole look. All I saw was Gigi. Y'all know I can't see. All I saw was Gigi. She been outside the whole weekend. Girl, she showing out. Um, but it's allowing God. And again, uh, true story. Give God the glory, right? It's allowing people to see that even though it may not be the millions yet, God has provided everything that I need. He provides it, and it may not come in big chunks of pieces, but okay, maybe it's enough to eat for the day, or it's enough to have gas in my car. It's enough to get every single thing that I need. The Lord provides everything. And so it's even that's God's chessboard. Everything that the Lord does is very strategic. So he's allowing people to see, like, y'all, I ain't had a job, like, for real, for real. I've been working for myself since 2022, and the Lord has provided. He's when I can't make people understand, and people be like, that have what? Man, listen. The Lord knows the things that I need. And so he makes sure that my gym membership can be paid every month. He makes sure that my website can be paid for every month. Like, God literally has provided. He makes sure that I have my phone, if my phone gets paid. Like, y'all, the things that are a necessity. How can I do my work if my phone bill don't get paid? So he makes sure that my phone bill gets paid every month. And half the time I be waiting. I be like, okay, Lord, well, I know, I got to do this good work. I'ma ask, like, well, Lord, Daddy, don't forget the phone bill due. And he be like, okay, but he already knows that. Why? Because what do I do every day? I go live. So I got to have my phone. Daddy, you say increase it, because my mobile hotspot was going out. He said, go ahead and increase me, Daddy, I don't want no bills. I don't want to increase no bills. Touche, do the way. True story. I wasn't charging taxes on my website. And I say, Dad, I don't want to get in trouble about no taxes now. He said, go upgrade the website, because the website, sir, you got to upgrade the plan in order to make sure the tax is getting paid. I was like, Daddy, that's going to increase the bill. He said, he was one of them where he just looked at me and was like, Okay, Lord. Because what I'm not gonna get in trouble about is the people name. Ain't. So telling y'all, man, like, and again, it's just the Lord using me to be able to say, hey, I know it don't make sense to y'all and for most people, and that's one of you like certain people be like, you choosing to live like that? Yep, I sure am, because God provides everything that I need, and I still have a roof over my head and a place to sleep, and I still have rent because I still got to pay a car note. Okay, so this allowing me to be able to show people like daddy just daddy. Okay. He did. That's how he looked at me, child. He meant that. That's that check me in my spirituals. Like, are you really doubting me? And I'd be like, okay, Lord. But I'm gonna say this real quick. And this is just me. I'm just talking now. But look, come on, Six of Wands. Look, y'all. Y'all remember a couple weeks ago, I told y'all warfare, man. I didn't understand the attack. Like, man, the Lord just it's so many things that he be just helping me to show people. But this is why I have to tell y'all the stuff that's going on, because most people will tell us, don't talk about that. Don't say that. Don't talk about why. The problem is, if we don't talk about these things, y'all, how will people know when they're experiencing them? You'll get stuck, and that's how you start backsliding and going in the wrong direction. So many people of us, and I feel like that's why so many of us get led astray. But that's why the Lord is allowing me to talk about all these things, because you'll start having things going on in your life and you won't know what's going on, and then you listening to people and they like, don't talk about this, don't talk about that. Now, I'm not talking about, if the Lord has given you a vision, a dream for something, I'm not saying tell everybody what you're going to be doing, because yes, people will take your ideas, they will steal from you, they will do all those things. I've had all of those things done before. So yes, people low down and deceitful, and they trying to get a come up. But I'm gonna say this: what you meant for evil, God meant for good. Because if you stole from me, I still got a blessing as a result of it. But anyway, okay, I'm back. So don't go telling everybody everything that the Lord has you working on. Those kind of things, yes, you need to keep them to yourself until the Lord says, yes, it's time for you to go and put that out there. But insofar as stuff like warfare, and let me show y'all the way the Lord blessed me. Yeah, I got to talk about that, because how else will you know what you are going through? A couple weeks ago, I had a literal attack on my finances, y'all. And I told y'all this, and I told daddy this. I say, no, oh no, I rebuke this in the name of Jesus, because y'all, I had a literal attack on my finances. Didn't understand it until about a week afterwards, or it was during. I say, what on earth is this, y'all? I had never. It was one of them seasons. It was one of them times where I was literally at nothing. Like, y'all think this is true story? I'm very, very mindful of my money, y'all. I don't spend frivolously. I don't do none of that, because I'm very, very, very much aware of my finances, right? I had a moment a couple weeks ago where I was having to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and hot dogs. And I say, Lord, I hadn't had to do like this since I was in Dallas. That's how I ate last year. I had a pack of bread and some hot dogs, and that was a lot of days. That was a meal for me. And so I told the Lord, then I was like, Daddy, something's wrong. What is happening? Because I didn't have anything, y'all. I didn't have gas. I couldn't go. I was like, Lord, I'm sitting, and all I could do was sit. I couldn't go to the gym with my daughter. I just had to sit. And I was like, but I didn't truly understand what the attack on your finances were until this was just about maybe 3 weeks ago, where I just was like, because I had been good, and I'm very, like I said, very mindful with my money. So I had been good, and I was like, Daddy, what is happening? And I couldn't do anything but just sit and say, well, Lord, You'll bless me one way or another. And so I had to go. It was like a holiday, whatever the holiday weekend was that just we just had. I had to go through that whole weekend and didn't have hardly anything. And I'm sitting there, and all these people, I'm sitting at the beach. So all these people grilling, and I'm sitting there, my mouth watering, my mouth watering. And I was like sitting there, and I was almost like so depressed, y'all. Cause I was just like, man, I can't even believe. Cause the first thing was like I started thinking was, am I going, like, Lord, am I going back? Like, this ain't where I've been. This is, and so, but it was an attack. And so I recognized it. Um, and I was like, that is some now, no, some got the shake. And so, um, sure enough, I was good, because then someone ended up being a blessing to me. The way I got to LA was somebody blessed me with to be able to get here. But y'all, I don't focus on, I'll be like, okay, do I have enough to eat for today? Okay, cool. And sometimes I gotta eat things that, like, I eat a lot of fast food, and I don't necessarily want to do that all the time, because I love vegetables, and if I could eat vegetables every day, then I would. But y'all realize too, like, some of the vegetables and things like that are more expensive, and I have to be mindful because I don't have refrigeration, right? And so I have to make sure that the things that I get can keep for no more than 2 to 3 days. And so I was just like, I was telling the Lord that, and that's why the Lord be like, no, you're going to talk about this stuff, because if you don't recognize what you're going through, you won't understand that it's an attack, and you won't understand how that is just simply a way to try to get you off track, get you off purpose, try to make you backslide, try to make you go back into trying to figure it out yourself. And so now when stuff starts coming up against me like that, I just be like, okay, let me just talk to God about it. Like, Daddy, help, because I don't know what to do. And sometimes he'll say, just be still, you're gonna be all right. And and I'll be like, Daddy, Daddy, I don't like this. Fix it. Fix this. And so it's about recognizing when you're going through those things. And I do find that the majority of the attacks happen when something great is getting ready to happen in my life. I didn't even tell y'all this, but the other day, I told y'all somebody, there was like a theft alert on my car. Y'all, the very next day, somebody almost hit me. Like, this was Friday. Yeah, it was Friday, because I was going to the post office. I'm driving, and he couldn't see me, and I couldn't see him, because there was this truck. There was a big pickup truck, and he like punched it. Y'all, we must have been this far from hitting each other. Like, no lie. And I was like, message. And I was just like, and so he looks back at me, and he kind of was like, phew, and I was like, yeah, for real. For real, for real. So yeah, y'all, like, he almost backed right into me, because he couldn't see me around the truck. And so I was just like, come on, God. I was just like, man. And somebody had almost just tried to mess with, had to steal, like, tried to steal my car. I'm just like, come on, Lord. I was like, and y'all realize that all of this happened as I was getting ready to come down here for that show yesterday. I can't make it up. It's always been like that. Whenever I'm getting ready to do something that is great and amazing and is going to make me happy, there's something that comes in that tries to throw me off track. True story. And I just was like, thank you, Lord. All I couldn't do, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Because that would have put me in a bad spot. Yeah. Like, true story. So I share this stuff with y'all because I can't make it up. And I'm just like, okay, Lord, like, y'all. And when it can't get to me, then it'll be like my children will have stuff going on. Yeah, it'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. That's how you know God got his hand on you. Because that was two different things. One of them happened on Thursday, and the next thing happened on Friday, or either Tuesday or Thursday. No, must have been Tuesday, or one of them. Anyway, I don't know. Whenever it was Tuesday when I went with my daughter, um, I was just like, okay, Lord. I was like, okay. Yeah, y'all. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. The Lord said, you better talk about it so you'll understand as you get ready to elevate and as He gets ready to do something that's gonna open up a pathway for you. Man, the enemy be busy. I just don't give him power or energy in my life. I just be like, yeah, that's the God I serve. I just give God the glory for it. And I just don't I be like, because you ain't gonna know what I'm not gonna do is let you make me feel like you're in control and like no god no the God I serve, that's it. Okay, and he don't play about us. So just know if you're facing a lot of chaos or things in your life and you don't understand why you getting, I promise you getting ready, something is getting ready to shift or change in your life. There's something you've been praying for, there's something you getting ready to do, something in your one of your children may be getting ready to do, there's something that's getting ready to happen significant good in your life that the enemy's like, oh no, I want to change their energy. That's that flee from you in 7. Come on, God, I can't make it up at the bottom of the deck. That's that flee. This God. Okay, this is the Hierophant in this deck. This guy's saying, not not mine. You ain't got nothing here. Nothing. That one's mine. And there, I just read that. Where is it? It's in Isaiah 43. I just read it this morning. Matter of fact, it's Isaiah 43:1. I'm finna read it. But now, oh Jacob, listen to the Lord who created you. Come on, we finna drop it in the chat. O Israel, the one who formed you says, do not be afraid, for I have ransomed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. I just read it this morning when he gave me the scripture 43:2. You are mine. I know who I belong to, baby. You got nothing here. I know whose I am. Trying to say, man, and he don't play about us. He don't play about us. You better come on, 6 of Wands on the cut. He don't play about us. You are mine. You show right, Daddy. You show right. In every way, shape, form, and fashion, I belong to the Lord. You better know it. And he don't play by me. Period. Memphis, come on, Isaiah 43:1. I just read that this morning. And he said, you are mine. You right. You show right. So that's why I be like, Charlotte, it's good. I'm good. You show you right. Look, you show right. Yours is, come on, the strength card, Memphis. Memphis. Anyway, telling y'all, people be like, you Jesus crazy. You right. You right. I love the Lord. I sure do. And the more I love him, the more he loves me back. You show right. I I'm trying to tell people, man, like the way my life used to be compared to the way my life is now, the way my children are blessed. Hmm. You right. Come on, lucky opportunity. We received this 6 of Pentacles. I just can't wait. Y'all gonna come back and tell me. Y'all come tell me about it. Because the way my life used to be compared to the way my life is now, look at all this stuff. I was supposed to go to a wedding, y'all, on Friday. I was supposed to go to a wedding on Friday, and I had to make a choice because, kid you not, if J Hud say you got to come back on Friday, here I come, and I had to make, and I said normally I would have put me, who I used to be. I'd have said, well, I want to go for this, and I haven't seen this, but I hadn't seen her in a while. But this is a true story. I hadn't seen her in a while, and there's no issues or nothing like that. But she moved away, and I've since kind of just started walking a different walk. And I said, Lord, I'm not gonna be able to go to this wedding because I just know that me being able to go back to this show on Friday is a big deal for me. Because again, it's giving me exposure to something that I see in my life. And so I had to make a choice. I had to make a choice. And there would have been nothing wrong, of course, going. But in this season, I'm so focused on seeing the things that I know the Lord wants to bless me with come to fruition that I chose me. I chose me. I chose my dreams, and I chose, and some people might be like, well, you could have went and did that anytime. It's not about that. I just know that there's a path that the Lord is taking me down right now. And I'm committed to this. And so although it sucks sometimes to miss things, there's so many things that I just feel like that was a choice for me. Like, you can go, or you can create this opportunity for yourself that I'm literally placing you in. And so I had to make the choice, and I chose me. I was like, I gotta do this taping. I've got to do this taping. And so sometimes the Lord will put you in, but it's me knowing that I used to be the person who would always sacrifice my wants and my needs and my wishes and my dreams in order to see other people live out their dreams. And this is the first time, I told y'all, this is the first time in my life where I'm really just going through, come on, the tower, where I'm really just living out my dreams and doing what I want to do. And I feel like if the Lord is bringing me the opportunities, and I'm not going to waste, I don't want to have it again where it's be like the Lord presented something to me, and because I chose my own wants and desires, and I just feel like the Lord put me here this week for something, right? Even if it's just the exposure to the things that he's blessing me with. I'm like, I receive that, because to me it's just like, man, this is it. Like, this is just me being able to be, remember, I tell y'all a lot, like, put yourself in the environments of the things that you want to see manifest in your life. So what am I doing? Putting myself in the environment of the things that I want to see happen. So if the Lord tells me go sit on these TV shows, then guess what I'm gonna do? And let me find out I can go sit on some more. I'm going to sit on them too. I'm gonna get as much exposure as I can. I'm gonna put myself in the energy as much as I can. I'll never tell y'all to do something. Come on, Nine of Pentacles. I never tell y'all to do something I'm not willing to do myself. Come on, the fool up under that, because if I know I have a dream, that a vision the Lord has given me, and now he's putting it, it's like, here you go. This Lord, here you go. And all you got to do is say, I choose it. Yeah, I choose it. I choose it. And y'all know the Lord, anything that the Lord tells me in the spirituals is because somebody got to make a choice. And sometimes it may hurt somebody else's feelings if you, and if they, now she wasn't mad. She completely understood, right? Because she was just like, wow, she was like, that's so amazing for you. And I'm like, right. So she wasn't mad at all. But it's just like me understanding, like, man, I'm in a season where I really am choosing me. Like, I really am, y'all. And I had to learn to be selfish, because, and so when I mean selfish, I mean going after my dreams, even if other people don't believe in it, even if my family doesn't agree with it, but my children are good with it, but like other people in my family, but they'll be blowed if they turn on the TV and see me on TV these next few days. They're gonna be like, what? Yeah, because I'm real deal doing what God has purpose for me. Like, this ain't no play. This ain't no play. Like, I'm really, like, the Lord really gave me a vision, and he's really giving you a vision, and you got to be no play. Ain't no play by my dreams and my visions. Like, oh, you don't believe? Well, that's cool. Hey girl, hey, come on, Gigi. I'm not, ain't no play about, oh Lord Daddy, you said I could have her. Okay, here, she getting ready right now. I told somebody that at the show yesterday. I was like, Gigi passed by, and I was like, child, look at my dream car. I was like, hey girl, hey, y'all thought this the crazy thing. You might think that I'm just like this. No, I just smile. I smile, even though I smile a lot. Y'all, I was just in my zone. The whole time I was just sitting around, and I was just like smiling, laughing. I'm the same person, whether I'm on this live or whether I'm in person. Gigi passed by. We was getting ready to cross the street to go into the studio, and Gigi passed by, hear me, hey girl, hey, what you was doing? And so I told the lady, I was like, yeah, that's my dream car right there. I was like, I was like, I'm just waiting. They gonna pick her up. I was like, they gonna send her to the Porsche dealership here in LA, and that's where I'm gonna pick her up from. And she was just like, hey girl, hey, what? And that's exactly what she said. She was like, congratulations, girl. I was like, I know, right? Ain't she cute? She was like, what color is she? Purple? Anyway, or one version of her is purple. You better know it. Anyway, I be for real. I'm speaking and Gigi, I just keep on saying, hey girl, hey, here I come. I'm finna come get you, girl. You outside today. You was cuteness. I seen you in your little white dress. Child, Gigi had on some colors the other day. I ain't never even seen her in before. I said, I see you, girl. She was cuteness. So you're dedicated to yourself for the betterment. Absolutely. You better be. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. I got to record today. I'm so sorry for my Bible Clarity community. Y'all think the Bible don't change nothing. The Lord told me, he was like, yeah, you getting all this stuff done, but he was like, you got to do your work. So today I got to record videos. That's what I'll be doing right now. All this morning, I got to go record because I'm 2 days behind on Bible Clarity, but I receive it. And so he didn't get mad. He just said, do your work. I said, you right. Because I should have did it this weekend and I didn't, but it is what it is. So we'll be back on track tomorrow. New moon in Libra. I may do some new moon messages tomorrow because we hadn't done those in a while. And y'all make sure y'all get ready for this new Oracle deck that's coming out. I want to just say, I think it's going to, maybe I'll let y'all decide. I might do a poll. Why I like why it's something about promise. Prepared for the promise. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's even cuter. Oh my God, that's a whole nother name. Where's my notebook? You reckon we gonna do one of them? I can just tell y'all, I know what the number 11 deck gonna be too, because they told me on maybe I'll release that for 1111. That sounds good, don't it? They just said something. Y'all, I might release this deck on 1111. Y'all reckon y'all gonna have it together before 1111? Maybe I'll do. I could, because it ain't a big deal for me. I can just tell y'all. Let me just tell y'all. So this one, I can do one for the 3 more. What did that put me at? 10, 11. That'll put me at 12. Oh, that'll put me at 12. That's completion. Come on, Lord. Okay. Prepare for the promise, preparation for the promise, walking in the promise. Okay, I'm back. I can just tell y'all, because y'all won't, it feel like it's gonna come out 11:11. I just got this message, but we receive it because who can stop it, right? Because when you bless, you bless. Come on, when you bless, you bless. I can tell y'all that the number 11 deck, 1111 deck is ancestor, is messages from spirit. They want to do their own deck and stuff. And so they were going to do angel. They didn't want to do angel numbers this time. So all the spirit and them getting their own deck. They getting their own deck. That's the next deck that's coming out for 1111. And then 1212. I don't know what that deck's gonna be yet. I ain't got a clue since I just said we was gonna do one, but I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna do one a month, but this one will be done by 1010. So yes, the ancestor deck. It's ancestor. I wanted to. It's gonna be. I don't know what they want to call it yet. Messages from you. I don't know, but I was just gonna call it the ancestor message deck. Messages, the message, ancestor messages. I don't know, but I can tell y'all that that's this their deck. So it's going to be all ancestor messages from your ancestors. They want their own deck, so we'll be working on that. That'll be ready for 1111. I did already know that because they told me about that. So it's gonna be ancestor messages for 1111 and 1212. Child, I ain't got a clue. The Lord gonna have to talk to me about that, but hopefully I'll be able to put one out, and then that'll be 12. but the next one will be out on 1010. Okay. Ancestor Clarity, that's good. I wanted, but the only thing about that was I didn't know if I wanted to include, and I think it may be in the little promo, I might just do spirit messages from spirit guides, ancestors, angels, and ascended masters. Um, Ancestor Clarity. I think that's what I said that, but I was just like, oh, um, I didn't know if I wanted to do something different. So, but I had Ancestor Clarity as one of the options, but as I said, I think I might let y'all vote or just come. But I know, look, come on, the Empress, we receive it. So yes, Ancestor Nim, they got stuff to say, and I said, well, y'all just let y'all do y'all's own deck, and that'll be that. So y'all be ready for that. I don't have a cover yet for it, but I might, child, I might put them up for pre-order. I might put those up for all my decks are $44. The price for those does not change, y'all. So all of my decks are $44. So I am going to put the 1010 and the 1111 deck. Ain't that crazy? Y'all getting y'all deck coming out for 1111. Y'all had meant that in y'all spirituals, didn't it? Look, they meant it in their spirituals. Come on, Ten of Cups. They meant that in them spirituals. And so, yes, the 1111 deck is going to be the Ancestor Messages deck. So, y'all get ready for that. I might create a cover for it at least so I know what the background is going to be. Okay. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. Are you going to have a card for grab your favorite adult beverage? What you mean? Child, a card for grab your favorite adult beverage. Oh no, we gonna see what you mean. So I do have like I mean like affirmations. Child, I have so much stuff. I might put that in there, huh? Child, the stuff Spirit and them say, because y'all be saying that's what y'all had said. Spirit and them said they didn't say ancestor. Y'all right. They didn't say ancestors. They didn't say ancestor messages. They wanted me. That's a y'all why I got because everybody don't know what spirit and them mean. Everybody don't know what that means. But they said Spirit and them said that was what they originally what they said their deck was going to be called. Spirit and them said. So because people like Spirit and them, because everybody don't say everybody, some people because everybody don't shorten it. Some people be like Spirit them. Who is Spirit them? Some people who might not know would come and try to buy Spirit them. What is a nim? A lot of people don't know what nim is. Spirit nim, spirit and them. Anyway, most if you over here, then you already know what spirit nim mean. But if you're not, they be like spirit nim. What is it? What is a nim? What does that mean? So I'm trying to market so that you know what I'm saying. So people, so I'm it was spirit said, right? Spirit said. So we're gonna see. But Ancestor Clarity might be a good deck because that will include everybody. But I wanted to include the angels and the ascended masters and in that. So just kind of, but I do know that that is going to be the next deck that's coming out. Yeah, Spirit and them said that's what they said at first, and I was like, and I can't be too mad. It's their deck and their messages, so I just said we'll see what happens, and so yeah, that's coming 11/11. So I might try to work on some cover art for that. For at least knowing what the backup is going to be. I might put that up for pre-order if y'all want to order your decks and your stickers and your journals and all that good stuff. Okay, like y'all never heard of Go Tell Your Mama Nim. Is that it's a southern thing. It is. It's a southern thing, but most of the people who buy my decks are from the south, right? So but those are the next two that are coming out. I have to keep it. I'm in the vein of keeping it well balanced. Y'all know God is in everything that I do. So this next deck is really dedicated to the Lord. It's a lot of scriptures, but it has angel numbers. It's all of them have a scripture on them. Um but they're all scriptures. This is the one that's coming out 1010. They're all scriptures that deal with God's promises. And when he gave me that idea on Sunday or Saturday, I was just like, oh, that's so amazing. And so this deck that's coming out 1010, it is I almost want to look that's coming. Yeah, it's God's promise. It's a promise deck. because it's all scriptures that deal with God's promises and the things that he guarantees that we will have. And so I'm excited about this deck, but it also, I put angel numbers. Basically, all of the scriptures will have a corresponding angel number as well, because that's the way that he told me to do it. So this one is not, I can be honest and say this one is not, this is more in alignment with um this morning's message and a word in the wilderness, but it's also just God's promises, because I've been talking to him so much about me walking in my promise and just being here in LA. So this is more of a, it has everything, but it is very, very much dedicated to the Lord, like all of them are. But because I was just like, man, these promises are really happening. The promises that God has given us, he's really making them happen. So yes, that deck is coming 10-10, but the 11-11 is the ancestors name. Because that'll take more work, because I'll have to see exactly. I'll probably be using this deck to help them give me these messages. But yeah, so just so y'all know, I might do some cover art and put them up for pre-order for 11-11, because I think that's a great, yeah, that's gonna be a great day to release that deck. Um, or either it could have been the God deck, either way, but whichever. I hopefully will have 3 more, one a month coming out for the next 3 months. Okay. Um, what else? Y'all, make sure you pick your palette. If you want some eyeshadows, make sure you pick your palette. Go pick up the J Hud palette so I can tell her on Friday that y'all purchased her palette on my website. Pick your own palette, pick your own colors if you would like. I have a couple of palettes left. I have a couple of palettes left. And that's it, y'all. That's all I got. Come on, 9/11. We receive it. I literally saw I can tell y'all the one of them that I've already done. 9111 is in the new deck because it is 90, it's Psalms 91:11. For he will give his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways. And so the number 9111, angel number 9111, and it's so crazy because I saw it on a license plate, y'all, and it was like, oh my gosh, that's so much confirmation. And so I literally saw 9111, and I was just like, wow, okay, Lord, I receive it. And so 9111 is in the new deck. 2024 is in this new deck as well. Of course, some of them are still the same, 2911, and then of course I have like Jeremiah 29:11. There's some that I kept. 42 426 is in there, and Isaiah 42:6 is in there. Um, it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. So yeah, it's a lot. But let me just show y'all, so y'all know, like I really ain't playing about it. This is the new deck. Okay, this is what the Lord gave me. 143, 1143, 1234. So yeah, that deck will be out, and it's about halfway done. So I just got to really do the other half and do the art. So I'll be working on that, and it'll be ready, but it'll be released on 10/10. So yeah, okay. Yes. What happened? Thank you, dearest one. I'm not actually doing the class anymore, but the eyeshadow is available. So, but thank you, dearest one. You can pick your palette. Okay, pick your colors. I have so many colors, and so I'm trying to, before I go and add any more. I'm only out of almost a couple of them. I'm almost out of Goldilocks, so I'm gonna have to find something else close to that, or either make a color. I'm gonna have to blend something so that Goldilocks is still a choice. Y'all go pick your palette. Pick up the Jennifer Hudson palette so I can tell her that I sold out on my website. And that's it, y'all. That's it. Great, amazing things that are coming. Get your journal stickers, get your tarot and oracle cards. I'm thinking about doing another tarot deck, but it's not gonna be until next year. So y'all can get ready for that. But my plan is to have at least 12 decks by the end of this year, because again, full circle moments, and that's one of the things the Lord and I we're talking about, full circle moments. And so come on, full circle, the world can't make it up. So just know those are the things that I have coming up. Make sure you sign up on my website. I'm gonna get back to doing the emails. I just feel like I've had so much going at one time. I'm still, and then you got to pay. Oh, it's just a lot. But anyway, make sure that you are get on the email list so that you receive all of the emails that I send out. Yeah, you're right. I'm not finna do that. I'm just doing it from the Touche by Touche email. um that's it, y'all. That's all I got. It's gonna be a great and amazing day. Thank y'all so much for the likes, the shares, the comments, the love, the subscribes. Thank y'all so much for the blessings. I'm truly grateful. I appreciate y'all, right? I appreciate y'all so much, and I'm so grateful that you allow me to pour into you today. More to come, y'all. I will keep y'all updated on the things. Come on, breaking news. We receive it. More to come, right? More to come on the things that I have coming out. I will keep y'all posted on this week. There may be one day. I don't know for sure yet. I'm gonna try. Thank you so much, dearest one. That's that J HUD deck. So thank you, dearest one. I'll get that sent for you. Um, I appreciate you. So thank you, Honey One, for your purchase. I'll make sure that I get that made as soon as I can. Hopefully, I'll probably be making eyeshadows this weekend. So y'all make sure that you pick your palettes. Okay. That's it. I love y'all in real life. Hydrate your soul and things. Drink your water. Say your gratitude. Have a fantastic and an amazing day in purpose and on purpose. Like I said, I may not be live on, well, I think I can make it. I'm just going to have to do a shorter show. Y'all know I normally be on here about 2 hours or so, just because we be chopping it up. But I might have to just do a shorter show on Thursday, depending on if something comes through for me for Thursday. So I will keep y'all posted on that and let you know about that. Okay. Somebody, anybody, please go and watch these 3 episodes of the Jennifer Hudson Show this week. Okay. I think I have to have a subscription. I do not have access to Fox. It is on Fox. It is on Fox. So somebody watch it, and if you do see me, let me know. Send me a video or something, okay? So that I can see it. All right. I love y'all in real life. Go be great and amazing, do great and amazing things, and I will see y'all in y'all and I will see y'all on the morrow. Okay. I love y'all in real life. Go be great and amazing. Do something great and amazing and come back and tell me about it. Okay. Because what? We in this thing.